Hi, everyone. So I was working with one of my middle school students in the charter schools here in Savannah, Georgia. And one of the things that I noticed was she walked in today and she was having her speech was a lot more slurry and slushy, and it was like shush, shush, shush. And we're working on the sound, the S sound, as I call it, the snake sound a lot of time with her. And even though she's in sixth grade, we've been working on articulation, and oftentimes um, with kiddos, like their S is already pretty good by like 8, you know, in almost all positions, and she is, I think 11, 11 or 12, and she's still kind of working on this. She also has some cognitive delays as well, so we're addressing vocabulary and things like that. But immediately, she's been making some huge leaps in progress with her S sound. And one of the things I realized is when she was talking about Dragon Mania Legends, I had to write it down because wasn't familiar with it. When she was talking about Dragon Mania Legends, and she was really happy and she was really excited. There was this game that she got to play on her computer. Her S sound was like super clear. It was like really like on it. She was like super happy, and it seemed to really get her very present in her life and really connected with her body. And and you could just see her just being so lit up. And then she came in this session, the next session, and we were talking about like social studies, and we were reading an article about I think it was apprenticeship. Yes, it was apprenticeship back in the early 1900s and things like that, working on the vocabulary related to that. And here she is talking about it and answering questions, and her S is just all over the place. It was like as if, it was the girl from weeks ago instead of what I'd seen in the last week, in the last session. So I was like, hey, so you noticed that your S is kind of a little bit different today. What's going on there? And she was like, I don't know. She just kind of shrugging it off. And I was like, well, did you notice how your S was like really, really clear when you were talking about the Dragon Mania Legends game? And she, again, just mentioning it, she was like, yes. And she started saying, yeah, I love it. Da, da, da. And her speech got super clear again. And the contrast was like so marked that I was like, wow, what is that? Like, what's going on there? So I was like, hey, so are you really happy when you're talking about Dragon Mania Legends? And she's like, yeah, I am. And I was like, and are you happy when you're talking about the apprenticeship and you're talking about like the articles that we're reading right now today for speech? And she was like, like it was almost like she didn't want to say like, no, this sucks. Like, I don't really like it. Like, not to be mean to me. And I was like, I won't take it personally. Like, this isn't the thing that I like love to read about either. It's just one possible thing we could read about. I just want you to be aware of that. And she was like, okay. And I was like, well, what if you could be the energy of you when you're really happy, and have your speech even when you're reading and talking about things that aren't as interesting to you? Would you be willing to do that and be that energy even if it's not something that you're as excited about? Just so you can have really clear speech, the speech that's true for you, and people can hear you better. And then I won't ask you to repeat yourself, so you don't have to talk longer and more about something that you don't really want to talk about. We could just bang this out. We could just be done really quickly, and you can be speaking the way you speak. That's your speech. And she was like, okay, I can do that. Okay, cool. And it was so funny because right away you just point this out, and she was able to do it. She had her speech again. She was speaking with really clear snake sounds about apprenticeship and the buggies and the trading and the bartering and things like that, and blacksmithing. And she didn't care about that stuff. It wasn't really important to her. It was to work on the vocabulary, to make sure that she's still developing in other skills. But it was this key thing, like, wow, like if we're really being us, if we're really happy, I wonder how many other things, including our speech and our language and our learning, would be better, would be greater. Like it was immediately greater and more true what was showing up for her, what was actually like her, when she acknowledged, hey, I could be this energy of me being me and me being happy, and just for this, for it's a choice. Like it was her acknowledging and realizing it was a choice for when she was going to be really present and happy and actually have her communication reality, and when it wasn't going to be, when she wasn't going to choose to have that. And so I wonder what we could choose to be, what energy we could choose to be that would give us our communication reality, that would give us our everything reality, everything, our financial reality, our realities with our bodies that we'd really like. Because speech is using our tongues and our respiration and everything. It's connecting with our body. And as soon as she was happy and she was choosing to be her, everything worked together in her body, including her tongue and her jaw and her teeth, for her to have herself, her, like everything that she was, and her speech too. It was so cool. And it was like that fast. And that's what's so amazing about working with these kids, is that they're willing to be that fast and just choose it and have it right away. Are we willing to be that as well and have what's true for us? And that's it. Just choose it. Just choose it. Please just choose it. I don't care if all of a sudden I don't have a job because no one needs speech and language services anymore. Like, just have your communication reality. And if you'd like any information about some tools, other tools about having your communication reality, let me know. I have this program that I love called Communication with Ease that really helps you tap into your communication reality. It looks at both traditional speech and language tools that are evidence-based, that have all this research behind it, and also some of this weird, crazy stuff that is access consciousness tools. It looks at the energetic components that might be impacting your communication as well. And I love what can show up when you combine these two dynamically. It can be that fast. Are you willing for you to have your communication reality right now? Thanks for listening, y'all. And I'll post links to Communication with Ease. It's on my website as well. It's empoweringlightlanguage.com/communication with ease. But either way, let me know, post below what's something that shifted with you that you are willing to just change like this by just choosing it and having your reality. What's something that you could choose today that would give you your reality right away? Talk to you soon. Bye.